I call the honourable member Jami-Lee Ross.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think it's unfortunate that we are having this debate. It's unfortunate that we're having this debate because it's very unfortunate that 2 years ago a significant tragedy took place which did claim the lives of 29 individuals. I don't think there's a soul in New Zealand that could easily forget what happened on the 19th of November 2010. It was a time when I think just about every New Zealander was glued to the televisions, hoping that there was an opportunity, that there was a possibility that the 29 individuals down there who ultimately lost their lives would come back safely. Sadly, it wasn't the case, and I think I would like to echo the comments made by a number of members in this House that we all have in the back of our minds thoughts for the families of those miners and for the individuals that lost their lives. Mr. Speaker, the Royal Commission has done a lot of work on this issue. It's done a lot of work on the circumstances, finding out the facts, looking at the situation that led to the tragedy on the 19th of November. It was established roughly 10 days after the tragedy took place, and it's finally brought its report back to the government, and now it's out in the public domain. This report, I believe, is crucial in helping us to identify what went wrong. It's very easy to throw around blame. It's very easy to try and point fingers after the fact, but the point of it all is now that we have to look forward. We have to look at how we can prevent future tragedies like this happening, and we have to look to how we can improve health and safety situations for New Zealanders so that tragedies like this don't occur in the future. The Royal Commission has made 16 recommendations. The government has broadly accepted all of them, with some tweaks that still need to be looked at on how those recommendations are implemented. But the government broadly accepts those recommendations because the government believes that it's important that we work very hard as a parliament, as a government, on how we can keep New Zealanders safe. I think it's worthwhile pointing out, Mr. Speaker, that the work that's going to take place on working on health and safety for New Zealanders doesn't start today. It started quite some time ago. In the 2 years since the Pike River tragedy, a large amount of work has been done to beef up the regulatory regime for workplace health and safety. All underground coal mines in New Zealand have been safety checked and audited by independent experts from the Australian mining industry. We've also funded $1.5 million for a new high hazards unit, which has a team solely focused on mining. We've boosted funding for health and safety by approximately $37 million, and an independent task force has been set up to review the health and safety system in this country, and that task force will be reporting back in approximately April next year. The Department of Labour had some failings identified, and MBIE, the new government department, has accepted that the department should have done better. The Minister's also accepted responsibility and has done what I believe and many members have been calling the honourable thing, and that should be highlighted as well. And the report reinforces the need for change in the regulation of mines in general, and particularly with regards to the issues that arose in this case. We need to work hard to ensure that that is done quickly, because at the end of the day, New Zealand's safety, the safety of mines, the safety of the people that work in mines in New Zealand is what needs to be kept in mind. Mr. Speaker, we've heard a little bit throughout the debate about pointing of fingers, a little bit about who's to blame and where we should be apportioning blame. That's quite easy to do in hindsight, but I just want to re-emphasise the point that the best thing that will come out of this report is future work on health and safety. Recommendations will be implemented from this Royal Commission. It's not a tragedy we ever want to see repeated in this country. 29 men suffered the ultimate sacrifice, and we don't ever want to have to be standing in this House ever again 2 years after an event speaking about what's going to be done to help ensure it doesn't happen again. We don't want it to happen again. We want to ensure that robust systems are put in place, big changes are put in place so that a Pike River never happens again. And I thank the Royal Commission for the work they've done, and I look forward to the work that's going to be done going forward to implement their recommendations to make workplace health and safety better for all New Zealanders.
I call the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Mr. Speaker, I want to